Okay, so before we talked about just making a homepage, making our over here on our right, our different pages for our website, and then we talked about making sub pages. So we just a little review. You can add a page, and then you can add a sub page here by going to add sub page. That's useful when you're trying to add different media like sculpture, painting, photography, music. So we did that yesterday. Now I want to go to Portfolio and just show you a little bit about how this is very, I guess you could call it kind of sort of primitive, um, or just simple, I guess is the best way of putting it. Primitive, maybe not the best word. But when you go to add your images of your work, so first, I would add on the home page of Portfolio, I would insert a um, a content block that has like links to your different pages. So for this one, I would upload an image just to go to that. Let's just do, I don't even know what image I want to do. Let's try this image. And then, so now from this image, I can go and I can select this insert link. And so when I insert that link, it's going to go right to my sculpture plate page. And then I'll just hit apply. And I could type in sculpture. So now that is going to go right to my sculpture page. I can change the font. I can do all that stuff pretty easy. So you would want to do that with all of your, different sub pages. I would recommend that, so that you have like almost a home page for your portfolio. Now, after you do that, let's go back to our right to our navigation over here and go to sculpture. When you go to sculpture or any of your different media, there's a couple of different ways to add content. I recommend go to insert. I recommend doing a content block for my images. Generally, you're going to want to have like 10 strong images of your artwork on here anyway. So it's not a crazy amount of images, but the best way I've found to make it easy is to just add it in this kind of way. Um, Now, the downside of doing it like this is that the images aren't very large. But if we go to preview and you look at it on a phone, it looks okay on a phone. This is a tablet, this is a computer preview. So out of preview mode, um, this is the image carousel. So you can go and insert, if you go scroll down, it'll say image carousel. You can insert image carousel and you can insert multiple images at once, which is actually kind of nice. If you're trying to do something quick, you can add a whole bunch of images all at once. It's going to populate them and then you can drop them in. And then you can adjust the size and then you could add captions to each one of them. And the way you do that is to double click and you'll see all of these, all of your images, and then you can add text or add alternate text or caption. The caption is going to show up, I think, best. Let me just say, see if that shows up. I'm gonna update it. So it's gonna pop up right here. It's kind of it's a toss up. I know some people have a preference. Image carousels are fine if you're just trying to show people your work. They've become kind of out of style and problematic, um, and so a lot of people don't like them. I don't like them for everything. There's sometimes where I think image carousel is good, like if you were just trying to have an image carousel at the top of your web page, just to show two different images that kind of trade, like kind of go back and forth, that's fine. But I do like using larger images, or the content blocks like this, and then being able to like make them larger. Um, Sometimes I even would say, you could do one piece here, and then you could add basically your artist statement about that work there. I'm gonna delete this. But I like this format. Most of my students, I'll show you another student who kind of did this is Anthony Brock's website. He has it set up to where he's got, you know, the animations kind of, you know, top to bottom. Those work really well for that. And then for sculptures, this is how it looks. I think it looks fine. The idea here is that you have a college or a potential employer that's going to look at your work, and you want them to look at your work and have an ease of looking at it on a just a quick website. Um, Later on, you could upgrade to all kind of different formats for a website, but I kind of recommend doing something like this, or something like how Anthony had his, where you have like three images and it's clear. Um, and it depends on the image how you want to have it mapped out. So that's the basics of doing a portfolio. Again, you're gonna want to go and choose different photos, and the photos maybe maybe you have to do, put your little homepage like this. Um, but I think this is the best format for it, to make a portfolio page and have people go to it and just have it labeled as such. So that's pretty much it. And you might want to write down on a separate piece of paper what your font is and what the size of the different things you're using on your site. You want to kind of keep it all the same font. Sometimes I don't care for the fonts that they put on the homepage. Usually they're different than the actual font that's on your like that the body of the text is. So you can change all of this, and again, I recommend having control of all of that. So that's pretty much today's little thing. Um, Resumes, it is great to use Microsoft Word or a different software and make your resume and then upload it here as a PDF. So we'll kind of go more into the resume part next class.